In today's fast-moving technology and digital world, it's almost impossible to plan and strictly define every single task of a project for the next 6 months and then stick to it. It takes a lot of time to plan, and more importantly, things completely outside of our control will require this plan to be adjusted. We've all experienced that. To cater for that, the best way to run most digital transformation projects is to use agile methodology and apply the Scrum framework. So let's explore what it means and how you can organize all the key meetings of that framework to be as efficient as possible. Welcome to this new edition of Digital Blitz, your short brief on everything UX, tech and compliance. I'm Sylvain Reiter and I'm here to help you succeed in digital by delivering better experiences for your team and your customers. The Scrum framework is used to deal with the fact that requirements are likely to change. They're never fully known at the beginning of a project. That is the beauty of Agile. The vision is to focus on very short iteration of work that we call sprints, and we do that instead of planning for the next 6 months. A sprint is usually about 2 weeks long, although it can be adjusted depending on the project and the team. During those 2 weeks, the primary and the single focus of the team is to deliver in full a complete set of tasks or a feature that will improve the application that we're trying to build. It should render it more useful to the end users and should be a step, a progress towards the end goal. That's why we call it a product increment. After that, the process repeats again and again to tackle the next priority for the next 2 weeks, and the sprints go on and on. One of the primary components of the Scrum framework is the backlog. It's a kind of a to-do list of all the ideas, the potential things that could be done to the piece of software or application that we're building. Any new priority that comes along the way goes into the backlog. The critical part is to have one person prioritizing that list of things to do. That's the product owner. That's the person responsible to define what are the 2 or 3 most important tasks that will make the product better at the end of the next sprint. To run the sprints in the most efficient way, you need to follow a set of 4 recurring meetings or workshops that have been established to manage those agile projects. The first one is the sprint planning. It happens at the very beginning of a sprint, as the name says it. It's where the team picks the top items from the backlog and agrees and actually commits to delivering them in that upcoming sprint. The second is the daily scrum or daily stand-up, which is a very short meeting, usually just 15 minutes, and each team member needs to explain what they're working on, but most importantly, what is potentially blocking them or slowing them down. That might require separate discussion to unblock things, but that should be done outside of the stand-up, just with the relevant team members. The third is the sprint review, or what we call sometimes the show and tell. This is where the team presents the output of what was delivered at the end of that sprint to the stakeholders of the project. The team discusses how it progresses towards the goal and if any adjustments are needed for future sprints. This is one of the most important, especially in large organizations, because this is that time that the wider stakeholders can give input on the product, and that's happening as early as possible in the first few sprints, and very often every couple of weeks. The fourth and final meeting or ceremony is a sprint retrospective. This is to debrief at the end of the sprint, to have an honest and open conversation about what went well and what needs to be improved in the next sprint. And it's more important to focus on the process and the communication, not the product. We're not talking about what we're building here, just general working relationships. And that builds a habit of continuous process improvement to make the next sprints better and better, and will only increase the overall quality and effectiveness of the team working together. So if you embark on a new software development project, these meetings are vital for the team organization and to increase the efficiency. You will also need to continually refine the backlog and have obviously more meetings to discuss and adjust the plan, and obviously that needs to happen throughout. That's the best way to manage constant change of priorities. That's it for today. If you're considering embracing Agile or Scrum for your next project, or if you need support with your current processes, leave me some comments below or get in touch. You can watch more video about digital optimization on my channel, and don't forget to subscribe to keep learning with me and grow your career in digital. Until next time, stay safe and see you soon.